Hi friends, good afternoon. So let's continue our JavaScript series now. And in last lectures we have discussed about the functions, variables, arrays, control statements, and what are the limitations of JavaScript, or what are the advantages in JavaScript and the application of JavaScript. So hope you have cleared everything. If you have any doubt, then please post your query in WhatsApp. I always used to say this thing. Now let's discuss what are objects, what is the need of objects, why object came into the existence, and how can we make our program more effective with the help of object. So let's see. Now actually the object, we can say the object exists as a way of organizing the variables in a function into a logical group. Like it acts as a way to organize variable or a function in different logical group according to our convenience. We can make a different kinds of group. Usually we know we used to create a group so that we can easily access our element. Fine. Or we can say that if we create an object, if we want, it's like a way, or if we really create an object for the variables in the function, then it will form some other things like if we are creating the object for the variables, then it will create the properties, and if we create an object for the functions, then it will become the methods. It is mentioned here also, like object exists as a way of organizing variables and functions into a logical group. It means one variable and functions are there, and to organizing the variables and the function into a logical group, we can say that object exists. Or if we create an object to organize some variables and a function, then the terminology will completely change and it will become the properties and the methods. Means properties for the variables and functions for the method. Even in object-oriented programming, we used to call this methods and properties. And these methods and property basically for the object, for the variables and for the functions. Fine. Hope you have cleared this thing. Why we use the object? What is the function of object? Many kinds of objects are there. Built-in object is also there, and our predefined, we can say that built-in and predefined the same thing, that is also exists, and we can create our own object also. Like if we are using the built-in object, then they are not related to any work. They are not related to any work, or they are not related to any window or a document object model. They are completely different. They are like a inbuilt library. We just call them as per our requirement. Fine. These objects are used for the simple data processing in a JavaScript. Someone may ask whether the objects are built-in or not, then you will say, yeah, the objects can be built-in or objects can be created according to our convenience. If the built-in objects are there, then they are not related with the window, or they are not related with the DOM model, like document object model. Fine. The objects are just for the simple data processing. Somehow we are creating our one project and we need some complex mathematical operation. Then we directly call that object in our program, and that will automatically perform. Like if we are using the function of exponential, or we want to find out the power of a function, or a floor function, ceiling function, they are just inbuilt. So I will tell you how we can use the inbuilt objects. Like first example is a math object. Here is the example of built-in object: string, data, string, date, math, boolean, number, regular expression, objects array. Like if we are going to explain about the math object, then first you need to call as math object. Fine. For using the mathematical operation, it is basically for the mathematical formulas which are already built in a JavaScript. It is used for performing the complex math operation. For example, if you are going to perform the sin x, cos x, or you are going to some exponential powers, mean max function, then you are going to call this math object. Fine. So this is built-in object, but you can create your own object also. Have we used this? Till now we have not created any object, but I'll tell you in which form we have created an object. Basically, array is an object of JavaScript. We have already discussed about the array, what is array, how we are created, how we are going to use in our JavaScript, and we can say that array is also an object of a JavaScript. Same array can be created like a variable, like an object also. For example, where array is equal to new array 1 2 3. Where variable means type of the array we are saying, And new array, it is a new keyword which we use to create an object. So where array is equal to new array, it means 1, 2, 3. For 3 elements, these are going to be created. Fine. This is also called as instantiation of an object using the new keyword. Means we are using the new keyword for the variation of an object. Instantiation means defining one particular variation of an object. So we are creating one variation of an object. Fine. Now next thing. How can we create our own object? If we are going to discuss, if we are going to use already built-in object, then directly we use the math operation. But if we want to create our own object, then how we will create? Let's see. We can create our own object to encapsulate the data and logic. I hope you know what is encapsulate. Encapsulate means basically wrapping of code and data into a single unit, or you can say that, for example, capsule. Capsule means what? Which is mixed of several medicine. Various medicines are there and it forms one capsule, and when you are feeling some sickness is there, then you used to take that capsule and you get fine. So here also we can say that we can combine the code and data, or we can create our own object to encapsulate the data and the logic. Both things like data and the logic are going to be in a single thing. Then we can create our own object, and the syntax is this: where person is equal to new is for the creation and object which you are going to create. You can change the name also, same as we have created. Where is for the creation of object. Here I have used the array, and then new is for the creation, and then array name, and 1, 2, 3 is a like a index term. So here where person is equal to new object. Now what are the other attributes of an object? Like person.name, you will put person.age, you are going to put person.speak name. Then also you can create the function inside that. Function is hello I am. Okay. Now when you will call this person.speak name, then this will call, and when this will call, then it will flash you it will print you the message hello I am. Fine. I hope you are getting how can we create our own object. For creation of our own object, you have to use the keyword where, and then object name, any name you can use. Then the new is a keyword that is for the creation, and then the object. These can be the same name also, and this usually these both are same name, so that there will be no confusion, because this is also object name, this is also object name. Fine. Now these are the attributes of the object, but what we are going to create with the help of object, and here I am calling with the help of function. So I just wrote person.speak name is equal to function, and when it will call, then it will show you a message hello I am. Fine. Now next, alternate syntax. Other syntax is also like where person is equal to name dot simply you now need to create again and again person dot name, person dot age. You can just use one time where person is equal to name, age, speak name. Fine. Here also the same thing. If we will call the person dot speak name, then it will show you the message hello I am. It is in JavaScript notation basically, and we can also write by this way or that way. Fine. If we are creating a big project, then we need to create by then it will be more preferable, because here we are we are saving our space and time, because we need to write again and again person dot name, person dot age. But here we are writing again and again person dot name and person dot age, so it will affect your complexity also. Fine. And we always want everything in a less time and more efficient, so you can also use this. Now next, creating real object. How you can create the real object? We can create the object, those can be instantiation using the new keyword. Means you can create the object also in a new variation form. You can create in a different way also, like where person, then you are directly writing here function name and age. Means what are the attributes of the object that you are mentioning here, like name and the object. Then you are using this operator. I hope you have remembered about this operator in your C. Oops. If you have not, then please check once again. Then you can use this dot name is equal to name, this dot age is equal to age. So I told you about the 3 ways of the creating the object. First way, where you are writing again and again the object name. Second, where you now need to write again and again the object name. Third, you are creating by this way, like you are creating the using the keyword function and then name and age. Then you are using the this operator. This dot name is equal to name. This dot age is equal to age. Then person dot prototype dot speak name function, and this will show you a message alert hello I am. Fine. You can also use this way also as per your convenience. You can use. Now using the real object, how you will here you just create. Fine. Now how you will use the real object? Let's see. Where Garg is equal to new person Garg in 25. Here we have mentioned the variable person and function में name and age. Fine. Here you are using where person is replaced by the Garg, and this is we have already defined new, and then person Garg in 25 means the name is Garg and the age is 25. We are giving here, and then we are using the Garg dot speak name. Fine. This method of creating the object is called as prototype pattern. You can also use this pattern, and this is known as prototype pattern. So I hope you have cleared about this real object syntax and how can you create your own object also. Fine. Now next, let's see what is document access and how you can use this document access. There is a complete DOM model where we will study this model in detail because this is very important as per your exam point of view also. So you need to discuss in detail. First is document object model. What is document object model? Basically it maps your HTML. Whatever you have code, whatever you have, like I should not use the term code because there is a tags only. So whatever you have created using the with the help of tags in an HTML, that it will map. Basically document object model in a tree form. Fine. There are many nodes are there like element node, attribute node, text node is there, and I will show the structure also, okay, how this model is created, but this is basically to map your HTML code. Fine. Now document object model, it mappings your HTML. The browser stores interpreted HTML code as a structure of JavaScript object called as document object model. Fine. Document object model, basically it maps your HTML and the browser stores interpret whatever you have created with the help of your HTML code, that browser will store, the browser will interpret in different form and it will store its interpreted code, and then that code will be the structure of JavaScript object. Listen twice please. HTML and JavaScript. First you have wrote in an HTML pages. In an HTML normal using the tags, and that tags will be interpreted by the browsers, and browser will store that information whichever they have extracted from your HTML code, and that information will be in the form of JavaScript, and that is called as document object model. Fine. DOM consists of the nodes. There are currently 12 types of nodes. Many kinds of nodes are there, but you only need to study about important nodes like element node, attribute node, and the text node. Can anyone tell me what is element node and what is attribute node and text node? Basically, element node is those node which is like a header, or you can say that heading about something. Then we are going to use the element node. Next is attribute, means features of that node, and third one is text node. If we are writing some text, then we will use the third node, text node. For example, suppose if you are creating the website of the ADG-ITM in the form of HTML, fine, but those information will be represented in the form of objects of a JavaScript. Like if you put the heading, there is ADG-ITM, then departments, IT, CSE, electronics, mechanical, and all. Fine. Further, you have wrote about the IT. What is the strength of IT? How many faculty members are there? What are the courses are there? So how can we map in the form of document object model? Your ADG-ITM is like an element node, and your departments like IT, CSE, electronics, mechanical, these are like your attribute node, And third category is your text note, where you are going to explain in detail about each department. Like if you are going to explain about the IT department, then whatever you have written about the IT department, that is like a text note. I hope you have cleared. This is a hierarchical structure. It is very important from the exam point of view. Please do it very clearly. We can use the note type property to check the type of note. How can we check whether this is which kind of node it is? So we can use the node type property. It means document dot get elements by tag name, then h1 0 node type. It will show you if you are going to use the h1, then whatever kind of node it will be there, it will show you. You can use in your code also, and basically these kind of coding are used in big projects where they want to know which kind of node is attribute node, which is like element node, so that they can easily interpret about the structure of that proper code. Like it is like this structure. HTML first, it's like a element node. Then HTML further divided into the head and the body part. These are also important. And head may further we are going to detail about the title. And title may, if we are writing something, then it will become a text node. Fine. And like here you are using the body element, then body may element node, body basically element node, but it's also itself is like a heading. Then further is a p is for the paragraph is also element node. Then we are using the a, and with the go to means we are going to describe something about there, so it is a text node. And what is href? I have already told you, some links are there if you are going to explain what kind of attributes, but on what kind of pages you are going to want. That means href. Fine. So this is like a attribute node. And some links, if we are further about the a, we are going to write some links, then it will be a text node. Further we will discuss in next lecture. Fine. Thanks a lot.